The Jets selected Ashton Davis in the third round of this year's draft to play safety. So how is that going to affect our secondary, and what does that mean for Marcus Maye? I do think this is very much a replacement for Marcus Maye. Marcus Maye is going into the last year of his deal, and if I had to guess, Maye and Adams, one of them is going to get re-signed, the other one's going to get traded. I don't think we're just going to allow Maye to walk at the end of the year. I think we're going to kind of wait and see, unless they think Jamal Adams might get traded. If they think Jamal Adams might get traded, they may decide to hold on to Maye all year. But I think at the trade deadline, Maye is going to be a valuable trade chip for the Jets, and Ashton Davis could be the guy that fills in at free safety. Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot today. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. I want to give a very special thank you to Ship, Melzer, Ty, Perk, and Victor Solis for being the newest members of the frequent flyer class for the Jets Talk 24/7 channel. Thank you so much for joining. It really does mean a lot for me. I appreciate you flying with me. All right, let's jump into the video. May the 4th be with you. Yes, that is a play on words for Marcus Maye. And for the 4th of May. So, whatever. But may the 4th be with you. Marcus Maye is the center of some trade rumors that came out today. Manish Mehta has released a statement. It's kind of saying that the Jets are shopping Maye. Now, I don't really believe Mehta most of the time. I think he was a good inside source when McCagnon was the GM. I think since Joe Douglas has gotten here, he's kind of gotten the boot, and you start to see a lot more of the anonymous sources or team sources, no one actually being quoted or anything like that. So I don't necessarily believe in Meta's reporting right now, but I do believe that this is an actual thing that's happening. I said it on the 24th, April 24th, the draft night when we took Ashton Davis. I think that this pick means the end for Marcus Maye. So I would be very surprised if something did not come of this story. Now, Marcus Maye, what do I think we should get for him? I think that, okay, well, if we play out this season and we let him walk, the Jets could, in theory, get a compensation pick. The issue with that is that the compensation pick formula deals with how many free agents you lose versus how many you bring in. And the Jets are going to have about $100 million in cap space next offseason, and that means we're probably going to be signing a lot of free agents. So if Marcus Maye leaves in free agency, the chances of us getting a compensation pick for him are pretty slim. It's a small area, or small target, I think. Now, if we were to trade him, what would I want in compensation back? I would like to get a third-round pick. I think you could get a third-round pick for him, maybe a fourth-round pick because of the injuries. I think fourth would probably be my floor. If we could trade him at the deadline, that's what I prefer. I don't really want to move him before the season because I think it's probably important that Ashton Davis sit for a little bit, learn behind Maye and Adams, or at least get filtered into the scheme slowly. He's not forced into the starting lineup right off the bat. Now, I think that you could get a draft pick for Maye. The other option is you could try to trade for a player. Yannick Ngakoue is someone that I really like from the Jaguars. He's the edge rusher. He's 25 years old. He is super fast. Very, very quick off the edge. And the Jets need an edge rusher desperately. We've talked about Jadeveon Clowney. I'm very high on Bryce Huff and Jabari Zuninga, but I think a proven edge rusher is something that this defense could really, really use. So could you trade for Ngakoue and maybe give them Maye and probably a third-round pick or a second-round pick to facilitate that trade? I would do it. It's going to cost you a lot, but that's one option you can go. The other option that I'd look into, I think, is with Pittsburgh and Juju Smith-Schuster. There's been rumors saying that they're not going to re-sign him after the year. He's going to be a free agent. So maybe you get the jump on other teams and you swap Marcus Maye for Juju Smith-Schuster. Now, the Steelers did trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick last offseason, so there's no guarantee that they actually want safety help. But if they're going to let Juju possibly walk at the end of the season and maybe they want to help their secondary, who knows, maybe something happens there. I would be willing to throw in an extra pick too. If we had to give up Maye and maybe a later draft pick for Juju, I'd roll the dice on it. But Juju and Sam Darnold, that is, have a really good relationship and played 2 years together at USC. So I would be okay gambling on letting Juju test the market in next year's free agency period, and I'd probably try to bring him in then. Now, why do you want to trade Marcus Maye? I mean, obviously, Jamal Adams could net you more in return in terms of a trade, but Jamal's 24 years old, obviously the leader of this defense, and by far the higher upside player in this whole scheme of things. Marcus Maye is 27 years old already. The fact that these guys were taken in the same draft, just one round apart, and they are absolutely, you know, 3 years apart. Like that's kind of bananas to me to kind of think about, or 2.5 years apart, or whatever the age gap is. Now, what's the difference between Marcus Maye and Ashton Davis? Because a lot of people are going to be upset that, hey, Marcus Maye is a proven guy in this league, Ashton Davis is not, and that's definitely true. But when you look at their grades coming out of college in terms of their draft prospect grade, Marcus Maye had a 5.84. Ashton Davis, who was taken one round later, had a 6.27. So Ashton Davis is definitely the better athlete, and I think he has a lot of upside here. I'm definitely excited to watch him play. I would really hope that we get to see all three of these safeties on the field at the same time at some point this year, but I'm looking forward to watching Ashton Davis with Jamal Adams long term, assuming that's kind of the trajectory that we're on. Guys, let me know in the comments down below. Do you want to trade Marcus Maye? What would you like to get for him in return? Do you like Ashton Davis? Do you want him to start? Let me know everything in the comments down below. And as always, go Jets.